Teacher Faye.
And I'm Teacher Love. Welcome to
Real Talk.
Alright, so yesterday we've discussed about the social media between Facebook and Reddit, right? So we still remember that as you can see in social media, you can also relate this with the word memes,
Yes,
right?
memes.
Alright, so today, our topic for today is
It's a subreddit which is r/me underscore IRL or simply r/me IRL. So in this subreddit, there are certain things or there are so-called memes that we had our research on, and that it depicts what you do in real life. So you can totally relate to these memes because they happen in real life. So if you have experienced these memes that we are going to show you, please comment it down below in our comment section. And we want our viewers to be as interactive as possible. And if you find this meme funny, so please also comment it down below. So this subreddit shows you like in real life, so it shows that you can relate to these memes because they happen in real life, such as our first meme. Okay, this one, especially nowadays, Miss Love, we have online classes, right? Because of the quarantine, we have online classes, we have group classes, and we also have Zoom. So you've experienced using Zoom, right?
And I know nowadays all students are doing also online classes, right? Just like we are doing right now at the same time. So what do you think this means? Alright, so what could possibly go wrong with online school?
So me and the boys. So this is what they usually do. For example, when the teacher is not yet inside the classroom, so they make funny faces here. So this is funny because look at here in the first panel, we have one eye. That's a different person, and here we also have a different eye from a different person. So the students do silly things when their teacher is not yet around. There is also one video or one TikTok that I've seen wherein when the students are not yet inside the class, the teacher is just being lazy. She is eating chips, and then there's a cat. She's carrying a cat, and when the students came inside, she immediately combed her hair. She wore a blazer, and then she became formal. So she threw away all of the potato chips that she was eating. So that is what usually students do nowadays. They are trying to be funny, and then they are trying to be silly.
Alright, so if you have an experience like this, you can write the comments below if what kind of experience you have done with your students.
Yes.
Or as a student too.
Yeah,
Alright,
especially
so you are welcome to leave a comment.
especially with online class. So you can tell us your experience or your funny experiences about online classes. Alright, so we will be waiting for you guys.
Okay, so our next
Okay, here we have Billie Eilish. I think you all know Billie Eilish. And there's a picture of a cat, and they look the same. So when you say goodbye to someone, but both of you end up walking in the same direction. So here it is a bit awkward because both of you are just, you said goodbye. You said your goodbyes, that means you won't be seeing anymore. But you walked in the same direction. So like What's the
So
point?
how does it feel? How do you feel if you experience like this? Both of you are saying goodbye and unexpectedly you have at the same direction.
So it would feel pointless, right, Miss Love? Because you said goodbye already. What's the point of saying goodbye if you're still going to see each other? So
Alright.
if you guys have an experience with this one, you can also tell us in the comment section. Or if you have similar experiences with this one.
Yes.
Okay, so we are done with our second meme. That is just our second meme, and we have a lot of memes to go.
Yes.
Okay, so let us have the third one. Alright, I think people can surely relate to this, especially this quarantine, because usually you are always hungry, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what is this third meme? Checking the fridge a second time just in case some new food spawned. So, do you often check the refrigerator, Miss Love, for food?
I actually when the quarantine had started last year, of course, your mind was always what I'm going to eat today, because you don't have you. I did nothing. I'm not saying that I'm lazy. I was lazy at that time, and I mean is I felt bored. I felt bored at that time because what should I do? I didn't have a work or something like that. So every time I felt hungry, I used to oh, what's the inside of the refrigerator, and then you feel I felt disappointed because I didn't see nothing.
You don't see any food or any food that interests you or you want to eat.
Yes, and unexpectedly, I was expecting that probably I could see, for example, chips or something like that, but all of a suddenly I couldn't see anything but only water.
So that is so sad. And there is also one thing where when you first check your fridge, you already see something, right? You see food, but you still don't want to eat it. And then you go back to your couch and then you think, oh, I'm hungry. I want to eat something. And then when you go back, you see the food second time and you decide to eat it. So it's like it's just there, but you don't touch the food because you weren't hungry, and then you just decided to eat it instead. So yeah, we check the refrigerator most of the time.
Or probably they said it's something you're not hungry but you're thinking about food.
Yeah.
Doesn't you know that?
When you're hungry, it's just all in your mind.
Yes, there is how can I say this? Another term.
You're not what do you call
Psychological.
There's a psychological connection.
Psychological connection or something like that. So your mind is hungry, not your stomach, probably.
Yeah, but sometimes even though you're not hungry, you just constantly check the refrigerator. I don't know why, because maybe it's a habit already that you are used to checking the fridge even though you're not hungry.
At that time during the quarantine, you didn't know what to do. You cannot go out. So what should I do or something like that? Or probably you were thinking, I want to go outside to eat something,
but you can't go.
You couldn't see anything at the refrigerator, so you cannot go out. But of course, it was also lucky because delivery food was open, right?
So we have delivery guys who send us used to we order food from them and then they send it to us. So there are delivery guys, which I'm very thankful.
Okay.
Okay, so we have here for the students out there who So is this you?
Yes.
Are you lazy? Were you lazy when your exam is near? Or are you the picture below when you are doing research on a random topic to prove someone wrong in the comment? So, for example, there is a post, right? And then there are comments that disagree with the post. So it's actually common. And then you want to prove the comment wrong. So you do some research. And then
You're just updating or studying,
Mm-hmm.
but in opposite, but in reality, you're lazy to study instead, or something like that. But you just posted it to prove them. Oh, I'm studying like that.
So you are lazy when you are studying your lessons, but when you want, when it comes to other topics, you are studying them very well. So you prioritize other topics instead of your own lessons. So yeah, we usually, when I was still a student, I was sometimes lazy when the final exam comes. But when I'm, for example, I'm arguing with someone, and then I want to prove them wrong, so I do my research, and then it's like I feel like I'm studying, but a different topic.
Oh.
So this is common for students.
So you have to make sure that you can get a higher score for your final exam.
Yeah. So don't forget to study, guys. Studying is still important. Not in other topics though, but in your lessons.
Because you proved them wrong. What will happen after the final exam, and then you get a low score or something.
Yeah.
So it's shameful.
It's shameful. Exactly.
Very
So
shameful.
you should study, guys.
Yes. Alright, next.
Oh, this is about studying again. Okay, common for students again. After studying for 5 minutes, that's all.
Go back to sleep.
Exactly.
Or watch it and watch your favorite shows or YouTube sometimes.
Yes, of course. I do that all the time. And for example, I say to myself, I will start studying at 7:30, for example. And then the time is already at 7:33. I will say, okay, I will start studying at 8 o'clock. But as the night goes by, I wasn't able to study because of that. And I just felt I have fallen asleep.
Oh.
So we only take a short time to study, and then okay, it's finished, it's done. As long as I'm studying, it's the matter, it's the thought, right? It's the thought that counts. So as long as I've studied, it doesn't matter how long or how short. As long as I've studied, that is already enough, and that is already okay.
I think every student had an experience like this.
Yes.
Even me before, when I was a student, I was also like that. I don't know. Every time my mom told me or scolded me or you should study now, like that. But I didn't know. And when every time I open my notebook, my or modules or something like that, or modules, and then when I looked it up, oh, it's very long topics or something like that.
So you immediately
study this all.
So you immediately close it, and then you say, okay, I will just use my stock knowledge and then not study at all. So that is what people do.
But in my case, the last minute before the final exam, the last minute before the final exam, that was the time that I want to study. Rush hour.
So you were already cramming at that time.
Yeah. So
you feel nervous. It feels like you don't know what to answer, so you studied last minute.
Yes, the last minute.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. I don't understand myself also.
Yeah, but study these for 8 hours, right? No, just kidding. So after studying for 5 minutes, that's all, folks. Okay,
Yeah.
so I think this is a Looney Tunes reference.
Yeah.
Let's go to this one. I think this is mostly about English. When you write in an essay, it seems like you know what you are writing, right? But when you speak it already or you explain it, it's like you don't know what you are saying. So look at this one. My main points in an essay versus my ability to explain them. So usually in English, we are better in writing compared to speaking, because in writing, we just write, and if we don't like something, we erase it. We can erase it. But in speaking, you can't erase what you have been saying, right? You can't change. You can change, but it will sound awkward or it will make unnecessary mistakes. So in writing an essay, you can always take your time, but in speaking, you still need to have the ability to speak, especially in public speaking. So you need to build the courage and the confidence to speak, and also you need to think of what you are saying. So that's why it's, I think, very difficult for other people to speak than to write. So what can you say about writing and speaking, Miss Love? Writing essays and speaking in front of other people.
I think writing essay.
Yeah, writing an essay.
Oh yes, because in writing essay you can make your time to, or spend your time to think what they're going to, you know, to write on it. And actually it depends if there is a time limit. So some there's a time that somehow you may cramming too, because
Exactly.
what kind of word should I use for,
Yeah,
something like
so
that.
you need to
But
think.
but not all the time. But there's a case too that in essay you have a free time to think about it. Unlike in speaking, somehow you feel nervous if, for example, for the examiner,
True.
and the way they look at you somehow, and sometimes you cannot notice yourself if you do, you if you say something wrong, or there's something, some mistakes, unless if someone reminds you, or that's wrong.
So if someone points it
Yes.
out that you said something wrong, so there is less pressure in writing compared to
And
speaking.
sometimes you can cover.
You can cover
Nobody
your
can
work.
see your
Everybody can see your work.
your
Yes.
writing essay.
But if you're speaking, everybody can hear you. So that's why it's easier to write essays than to explain it in front of other people.
Yeah, especially if you feel nervous. Sometimes
Mm.
your
You
mind.
stutter.
For example, before you started to speak, you thought you were ready. But
That's true.
if you are in the reality, somehow everything's gone.
So there you experience mental block.
Mental block, and somehow, and sometimes, oh my god, what can I, what terms should I use, for, or something like that.
So it's easier to write, guys, I tell you, than to speak. Okay, so here for college students who are trying or who are barely hanging on, their only their only thing that gives them energy, let's say, is instant ramen, because some of the students don't have enough money until they get their allowance from their parents.
Yeah.
So in order to save money, they should only eat instant ramen or let's say cup noodles.
Yes.
So they need to just barely hang on there. They need to barely hang on there.
Or junk foods.
Yes, junk food. They
Chocolates.
I've been there. I've been there because there was a time that I still don't have my allowance, so I just eat fast food. I eat McDonald's. The cheapest meal of McDonald's, a chicken fillet, and that's it.
And I remember when I was in high school, not in college, but in high school. At that time, I was really thin.
Oh.
Yes, it's not obvious right now. I was really thin because when I was out of allowance, some of my friends invited me to eat lunch in the cafeteria or something like so. At that time, I was lack of allowance. So all I did was instead of eating meals properly, I prefer eat chips like chicharron.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yes.
Chicharron was really cheap. You can buy at that time you can buy 2 pesos.
2
Only
pesos.
2 pesos.
Oh, that is really cheap. And nowadays, when you buy chicharron, usually you buy it at 100 pesos or 50 pesos for a small pack.
So that was a small pack at that time. So that was I did at that time just to comfort my hunger or
just
something
to fill
like
your
that.
stomach.
Or somehow chips like corn chips.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why I was not really thin, but I was skinny at that time. But it's not obvious right.
So it's like you were going on a diet before. Yeah, so that's what
Yes.
usually students do so that they can still have money. So they just hang on instant ramen.
Yes.
Okay, let's see the next one here. I usually don't have long nails, but for girls or for guys who have long nails and then they use it for something like opening cans or opening ketchup. So when you cut your nails and instantly regret it the next day.
The next day.
Yeah, so sometimes long nails are useful, but for my instance, I don't have long nails, so I keep on struggling. So how about you, Miss Love? Do you love your long nails?
Oh. Yes, but not really long.
As long as you have
Yes.
long nails.
As long as I have a long nails, because as what you said, I can use my nails for opening cans and for getting scotch tape.
Yeah, for the tape.
Yes,
the tape.
and what else? And for opening, how is this?
Chips, yeah, you can
Yes,
open small sachets
Yes,
with
sachets of
your long
chips,
nails.
shampoo, or everything,
yes.
anything and everything or something like that. So I think nails is always really really useful, but somehow I there's the time that I get disappointed because sometimes my nails got cracked.
Oh yes,
Suddenly.
that is the struggle of having long nails.
Yes, so I really if I have cracked nails, I feel disappointed. I really feel disappointed.
And you have to cut them because
I
looks ugly.
I took care for a very long time and something like that.
And then it just cracks. So it's disappointing
Yeah.
to have a broken nail. Okay,
Alright.
so here is this one is kind of sad because look at here how it started. So look at this truck and it does like an ubu action and how it's going. Now the truck is kind of in love.
Oh,
We have a comment here. So now even trucks getting more love than me. So it's a bit sad, right? It's a bit sad because the love life or the trucks are getting love more than the person.
Oh no, there is saying Filipinos sana all.
Yeah, we Filipinos, we love to say sana all. That means I hope all of the people there are all also getting that.
Yeah.
So this guy right here, it's like he is saying sana all. Because look at the trucks. They're getting more love.
Yeah.
It feels like they're in love, although the truck crashed.
I don't understand why they feel envy for that.
Yeah,
I
me
don't
too.
understand. But in my case,
It's the sana all.
it's
Yeah.
it's okay to be single. Just kidding. No. I mean is if it's not your fate, you know, why would you push yourself?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. So why? It's like here in the Philippines we say, "Bakit ka magsusugal?"
Yeah.
It's that kind of saying. Alright? So here, introverts getting prepared to make a phone call. So introverts are those people who are not sociable, right? So when they interact with other people, they need to warm up or they need to practice what they are going to say. So that is what the meme shows here. So introverts getting prepared to make a phone call because they are not used to speaking.
To socialize.
Yeah, to socialize with other people. So
And then it's so hard if you are introvert. I think they because of their pride. I don't want to depend to other people.
Oh yeah, so
But somehow if you are if you are in struggle, if you're in struggling life, you don't have a choice, so you need someone to help you.
And I think all introverts also have their reasons why they are like that. So we don't
Maybe
know.
they don't have trust.
Yeah.
people.
So there could be trauma, or we don't know. We don't know the whole reason. So that's why we just need to look back to their lives.
I
and
think they
what
need
happened.
psychiatrists. Or psychiatrists. Maybe there's something wrong with their minds.
Yeah. So we can always help people like those.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a few more here. So when you are having groceries, my fingers have mercy. There is no mercy. Taking in all the groceries in one trip. So you carry all of your bags, no matter how much they are. So you carry all of your bags so that it will be more efficient. You don't have to go back and forth to get your bags, right?
Yes.
So this is for
And
groceries.
we cannot imagine that our fingers
They're
they're really strong.
They're
To
really
carry.
strong to carry all of those bags. Imagine, no matter how big or how small your fingers are, they can carry all of those bags. So these fingers are good,
Oh yes.
very strong.
Okay.
Okay, we have here people graduating, and then there's an Indian guy on YouTube because other college students or other students, they rely on tutorials on YouTube. If they don't understand the topic, they don't understand the teacher, they immediately go to YouTube. And on YouTube, there are Indian guys out there or girls that teach you. Like for example, there is one. I forgot what his name is, but he is an Indian English teacher, and then we learn English from him. So there's an Indian guy on YouTube. If you don't know topics, you can always search it on YouTube, and you can see a random Indian guy teaching you topics.
But somehow of course, their pronunciations are different.
Their pronunciations are good, actually. So they can speak well. They can speak English well. I forgot who was that one Indian guy who I know. say the food when you first eat it, it's good, it's delicious, and the food when you burp hours later and taste it again. So Miss Love, do you eat kimchi, right?
Yeah.
So you eat kimchi. So when you eat it, it's delicious.
Delicious.
But when you burp and then you taste it again, it tastes disgusting.
Disgustingness. Yeah.
So it's like the flavor is still there.
Oh yeah. It's probably this. You should chew it proper.
Chew it properly.
Because maybe that's the reason why when you burp,
Mhm.
you can still taste, what you have eaten first.
Yeah, it goes back. So
Yes.
from the stomach, it goes back. So you can taste the food all over again. Okay, so I think we have two more. So here, this one is another sad meme. When your shampoo says damage repair, but you're still broken inside. When your
What's the
hair
meaning of that?
when your hair is damaged and you want to use a damage repair shampoo, when you use that, your hair is already nourished, it's already repaired, but you are still broken inside. So
Wow.
this is a bit
Really
depressing.
Yes.
For
So what's the
some
purpose
persons.
of your hair if
Yeah.
you're still broken?
Yeah,
Something
what's the
like
purpose
that.
of the damage repair shampoo, but you're still broken inside? And we have our last theme here. Children? No. Chicken. Of course we love chicken, right? So we prefer chicken more. So this is a funny meme. And then this girl, I think she became famous.
Oh.
She already became famous. And this is the face that you make when you don't want something but you want something else instead. Okay, so do you have anything else to say, Miss Love? Regarding the memes that we have shared?
Somehow it gives you discouragement.
And then it also gives you good vibes.
Yeah, good vibes. There are some funny memes, and there's also insensitive, insensitive memes.
Yeah.
Yes, but it depends.
It
For me,
depends
it's
on the
okay.
person, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Depends
okay
on
for
the
me.
person.
Yes, I think that's only a way to improve yourself like that. Maybe it just reminds you that you have. I mean, it reminds you that life must go on.
Yeah,
or
life
something
must
like
go
that.
on. So if you just feel down, if you feel sad, memes are always there to help you, to at least ease your feelings and at least give you good vibes.
Yes.
Okay, so we are done with
Yes, and
Better.
we're running out of time. We are.
Okay.
Okay, so again, thank you for watching. So I hope you can learn for those memes, and I hope that if you can relate with those memes, not doesn't mean that it makes those memes make you down or something like that. Maybe it's just one of advices. One of the advice. Yes, wherever you are, you can see those memes to remind us that that's okay.
Yeah,
Alright, that's okay. Life must go on. Alright, so again, that's all for today, and right now, we are over time.
We are running out of time, so thank you very much, guys, for watching.
Yes.
If you'd like, please do check our channel right there. Yeah, right there down below, and also leave a
Here?
like.
Yeah.
Here. Leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on our next live streams. And guys, we will see you again tomorrow for another episode of Real Talk. This is Teacher Faye,
And I'm Teacher Love.
and
see you again tomorrow because every day we have live stream.
Stream.
Alright.